All right, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network.
Hacking the water, free Britney bitch, a Valentine's Day special. My name is Taylor Cooper, and this might be news to you. Everybody, it's the week of February 15th, 2021. This is Might Be News on the MBN Network. With me, as always, co-host Jackie. What's up, Jackie?
Hi!
Co-host Kev is on the show. What up, co-host Kev? Co-host Danny's on the show. What up, Danny?
What's up?
It's Full House on the show tonight. We're always sponsored by Eunomia CBD. Go to eunomiacbd.com. Use promo code MBN. Get 20% off, free shipping, and a free gift. That free gift is incredible. The whole thing is incredible. Go to Eunomia CBD. Check these guys out. The stuff they sell is the real deal. Also, go to mbnnetwork.com. There's no promo code there. What we do have is playlists. If you love listening to Might Be News, go to mbnnetwork.com, click on news. We got playlists there with all the episodes in order of just news. You can do that with all the shows on the network. It's actually a really, really cool thing. And we have a lot of things brewing on mbnnetwork.com. We got a lot of things that we're working on. It's never looked better, the website. It's actually really, really great stuff. So make sure you go check out mbnnetwork.com. What's going on, guys? I haven't talked to you guys in like forever, it feels like.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been on together.
It's been a little while.
It feels like forever. I was trying to think of that fucking stupid fucking Disney song.
Wow.
From Frozen?
Yeah.
Is that what you were going for? I had no idea. I thought you were just...
I started it and I was like, yeah, I don't remember how it goes.
For the first time in forever.
For the first time in forever.
There you go.
There'll be music and love.
Okay, terrific.
So,
is it bad or is it awesome or bad that I knew what song you were referring to? That becomes the other question.
No,
I think we all nailed it collectively.
Collectively, yes, you guys did a great job. Kev was just like, it's been a long time.
Bueller. It was like very monotone.
Yo, Kev, we were talking about you on the Patreon exclusive last week. We were rehashing. We were talking about like the ratings on iTunes and like how we don't get a lot of like feedback from people. And I was like, yeah, there's like one comment on our iTunes account. And I was like, fun fact, low key, it's co-host Kev. And I was like, and if you go and find it and read it, it sounds exactly like co-host Kev. It's like, great time, lots of shows. It's so funny.
I did my part.
You did a great job. It was for the good of the show.
For the good of the show.
And all right, so I haven't talked to you guys in a long time because last week, if people haven't checked it out, make sure you go listen to last week's episode of Might Be News. We had a really, really cool interview with Travis View from the QAnon Anonymous podcast, and it was a lot of fun. It was a challenge. I was nervous as shit to talk to him.
Why?
Because this guy, he's got like 70,000 Twitter followers. He's been on CNBC, CNN. Like, this guy's a world-renowned QAnon expert. And so I was just like nervous to talk to him. Like, is this guy going to think I'm a fucking idiot? Is everything going to work right? I'm doing this remote.
Well, this is something that you took really serious when you like dove into it head first. So,
right.
This is somebody that's on like a different level than what you were at. So yeah, I can understand how you were, nervous talking to him.
And as soon as we like log in, like I'm on there, I'm waiting for him. And I remember like looking at Jackie and I was like, if he's not here in 30 minutes, I'm going to hang up. And I'm just going to,
he's like, what if he doesn't show?
I'm just going to give up. But like, no, he was like a couple minutes late, like right on time. And like right as soon as he got on, I was like, noticed that there was a 3-second delay between me and him.
Oh man.
I didn't notice it until the end.
Yes. The end is because that was the only music that I played live on the show. And And if I messed with it, then the whole thing would just sound stupid. And I should have, looking back, I was like, man, I should have just said fuck it and just moved it up a little bit. But also, it's just kind of like, if somebody notices that, they'd be like, I wonder why that is. It's because that's the entire conversation. That's how it was.
Serious?
That's how it was the entire time we were talking for over an hour. Hey, like,
Wow.
how are you, Travis? Thank you for being on the show. 1, 2, 3. You're welcome, Taylor. Thank you so much for having me. Like, that's what it was the entire time we spoke.
That would have driven me crazy.
So, like, when I had to totally change my approach. Like, when we're doing the show together, like, we can kind of, like, talk over each other. We have, like, the banter back and forth. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can build off of conversations with each other.
Why was there such a delay, though?
I don't know. He's all the way in California. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I don't know.
He's got his whole computer locked down by QAnon, so yeah.
Who knows? But, like, I mean, I edited it. You know, I put it together well, and I think it turned out good, and I got a lot of great feedback from it, and that was the important thing. But, you know, it was just a really big episode, and if people haven't gone out and checked it out, make sure you do. Let's do some good news.
Hey, did you hear the news?
This better be good.
You want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good stuff.
All right, so this week on Good News, got a couple good ones here. Car for a friend. After winning a car, a Chick-fil-A employee gifts it to a coworker in an act of kindness.
Wow.
Many people form close friendships with their coworkers, but one Chick-fil-A employee had such a tight bond with her coworker that she gave her a car. Haley Bridges, 17, of Appleton, Wisconsin, knew her friend and fellow Chick-fil-A employee was commuting to work in the Wisconsin winter by bicycle. So when she learned she had won a car at a company Christmas party raffle in December, she knew exactly who she wanted to gift it to. That's pretty fucking incredible. She said that she gave her coworker help one after another, even with matters not related to the job. Her coworker was just like such a nice girl, and she found out that she was riding a bike to work in the middle of winter in Wisconsin.
Fuck that.
And decided to give her a car that she won at a raffle. Like, first thing I thought of when I read this was like, I've been to a bunch of raffles, some with you, Jackie.
Yep.
And I can't imagine. I've never been to a raffle where they're giving a car away. I guess they do that at Chick-fil-A. But I just can't imagine how competitive you would be if there was a car up for grabs.
Highly competitive.
How can you be competitive in a raffle, though?
You just can. Trust me.
Go to a raffle with Jackie to find out.
You put in 10 tickets, she's going to put in 11.
Did you see that bitch? Did you see that bitch? She just put 5 more tickets in. Give me some more money.
I hate when it seems like the same people are winning over and over again, and you're like, nobody else is winning but the same table or the same group of people.
Yeah,
It seems a little rigged.
Jackie will leave thinking that it's a conspiracy.
Yes. Sadly, that is very true.
All right, so next story. Denver successfully sent mental health professionals, not police, to hundreds of calls, and it's working. Another U.S. city is reporting early success with a program that replaces traditional law enforcement responders with healthcare workers for some emergency calls. Previously, Denver 911 operators only directed calls to police or fire department first responders. But the Support Team Assistance Response, otherwise known as STAR, pilot program created a third track for directing emergency calls to a 2-person team, a medic and a clinician. Is that I'm saying that right? Staffed in a van from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekdays. The STAR program, which launched in June, reported promising results in its 6-month progress report. The program aims to provide a, quote, person-centric mobile crisis response to community members who are experiencing problems related to mental health, depression, poverty, homelessness, and substance abuse issues. This is really cool stuff. So apparently this program, instead of, just sending a police officer to any 911 call, they find out if it's a domestic disturbance, a mental health issue, and they send people out there that are equipped to handle
Better equipped.
those circumstances. This, in a 6-month period in Denver, lowered the police calls by 3%, which doesn't sound like much, but like in a grand total, that's huge.
Over time, it is, yeah.
And so this is like something that is reallocating material, people.
Yeah.
But also, it's giving police a chance to actually do what they need to be doing, which is, protecting the community and all of that stuff. So it's just kind of working. It's a win-win for everybody.
And I think more places should start to invest in this.
Well, I think
this is a great idea.
The more that that places start doing that stuff, I think that they will. My last good news story of the week. Kind of a continuation off of what we talked about. When did we talk about GameStop? Was that last week? GameStop has been in the news.
Are you talking
2 weeks ago.
about the kid that sold his GameStop stock?
Probably.
My God, say that 5 times fast, Kev.
GameStop.
Kid that sold his GameStop stock?
GameStop stock.
Student who made $30,000 from GameStop donates games to Children's Hospital.
So dope.
20-year-old Cornell student donated Nintendo Switch consoles and video games to a children's hospital after making nearly $30,000 on GameStop stock. A college student who made almost $30,000 in the GameStop stock frenzy. The last few weeks has found a fitting way to share his good fortune with children in need. Hunter Can, 20-year-old from Minnesota, who attends Cornell University, announced on Instagram that he donated 6 Nintendo Switch game consoles as well as some video games to Children's Minnesota Hospital with some of his GameStop earnings. Very cool stuff.
That's amazing.
I wrote that story down. I was going to bring that up in the good news with you, too.
It's good. No,
it's awesome stuff.
So
especially at 20.
Right.
At 20, we're like, I don't think I was that selfless.
Yeah.
No, I'd be buying a truck.
I was getting wasted
So
at 20.
I have been seeing stories of these young kids in their 20s and 30s that made a shit ton of money from the GameStop shit.
Yep.
And they've been doing a lot of good with it. And they're doing it to show, these big banks that, there's good in this, what's going on.
Yeah.
It's what they should be doing. You know what I mean? And no, it's good. I saw that, and I don't understand anything about the stock market, and we had guys from the Average Money podcast on with the Brews guys, and they were really informative, and I want to talk more with them in the future because I don't understand any of it, man. None of it.
No, I don't either.
Kev, are you on the stock market? Are you a day trader?
It's not a good thing what happened with the GameStop stock, that's for sure. I mean, it artificially inflated the price of GameStop, and it's just going to fucking flatten out. And a lot of people, there is a lot of people that made a lot of money, but there's way more people that lost their ass.
So now instead of 75 cents for a used game, you're only going to get 25 cents.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why Kev's mad.
So I got another kind of good, feel good, funny story to add.
Okay.
Do you guys know the name Urine Andred?
No.
Urine Andred was the streaker at the Super Bowl this year.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Have you guys heard about this guy's story?
No.
Yes.
So he did a little research and found out what happens when you streak during a football game. $1,000 fine and banned for life from all live NFL games.
Wow.
This dude went and put $50,000 down that there would be a streaker at the Super Bowl.
Dude,
he is now winning $374,000.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
See, but hold on now.
Now there is some complications that are coming up because he's out there bragging about it. I bet $50,000 on myself. Now I'm going to win this. So there might be some legal issues that, come up.
They're holding Pete Rose out of the Hall of Fame, Major League Baseball Hall of Fame, for possibly doing that. So I don't know.
No, you can't do that, right? No.
He's not.
So I don't know, how, insider betting and that type of shit works. Would that classify?
Absolutely. If I
I mean, he could have He could have backed out. Obviously, he didn't. We missed it because we went to bed, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
We were like, fuck this game.
The game was boring. It was very boring.
Terrible game.
Terrible game.
Terrible game.
It reminded me of the time when that Peyton Manning game. I hated that game probably even more than this game.
Yeah. First time Peyton played in Denver, he got fucking crushed in the Super Bowl by the Seahawks. That was a terrible game too.
But yeah, this dude bet $50,000 that there would be a streaker at the Super Bowl. So after, collecting his $50,000 back and paying his $1,000 fine, $374,000, he's walking away richer.
So I would put money on that guy getting that money taken away or his knees getting broken.
Well,
one or the other.
I don't know.
One or the other.
What do you think, Danny? Do you think he should get to keep the money? He did make the bet. My thing is,
bet's a bet. A bet's a bet.
My thing is, maybe he should have had a friend make the bet.
Yes.
And then had a written agreement.
The friend can get $300,000?
No, then have a written agreement to share.
We're not playing. This isn't truth or dare, Kev.
He would give the friend $50,000. Like, hey, Kev, I'm going to give you $50,000. I want you to go and bet that there's going to be a streaker at the Super Bowl, and it's going to be me, and you're going to give me the money when you win, and I'll give you, $10,000 for helping me out.
So, is there any rule that says that I'm going to bet that there's going to be a streaker at the football game and the big game, and then streak yourself?
That's the thing. I don't know if there is or not.
That can't be
I don't
allowed.
think there is.
I highly disagree. I can't imagine that being allowed anywhere. That seems dirty as shit to me.
There has to be fine writing somewhere that says.
That seems dirty as shit to me. Because to me, that's the same as if LeBron James was like, yeah, I'm going to bet that I miss 2 threes in a row tonight. And then he goes out and misses two 3-pointers in a row on purpose. Like, that's to me the same thing.
I think that's stretching it a little too far. I mean,
I don't know. There's a different
sports athlete.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just seems different.
There's also a bet that of what color the Gatorade will be that goes on the coach of the winning coach.
Right.
Why can't the guy that fills the Gatorade bet on that?
Because it's a rigged bet. That's a rigged bet. Like,
okay,
that's a rigged bet. It's the same
there
reason.
There was also a guy because there's also a bet that says if the national anthem is going to be longer than 2 minutes.
Yeah, and the guy was outside the stadium recording it.
Yeah. And they actually took that bet down because they found out that there was a guy recording it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
know,
man.
They didn't take down the streaker bet.
I don't know, man.
Sucks to suck. You got to pay that shit.
Yeah, I mean, if I was the streaker, I'd be like, listen, I'm going to fight this to the fullest extent if you don't pay me this because...
And that's cool.
He's got a lawyer up and right there, half of his winnings are
that's
gone.
the thing. Like, yeah, he's got a lawyer up, and if, like, all right, if I bet, like, yeah, there's not going to be a streaker at the Super Bowl, and I find out that this guy fucking was the streaker and he's the only guy that won this shit, I would sue him, and if it didn't work, I would pay somebody the rest of my money to break his legs. That's what I would do.
That's illegal.
Go find this guy. I fully believe that what he did is illegal as well.
Yes, but
there's no laws saying you can't
two wrongs don't
Kev,
make a right.
Do you know that for sure? Do you know for sure that there's not a law?
Do you know?
I don't, but I wouldn't say something as stupid as that.
Isn't it almost the same as insider trading, which is still highly illegal?
No laws.
There's definitely.
Wait a minute. It is a law. The guy got fined for it, so there has to be a law.
There has to be a law for it.
He got fined, and now he's banned from NFL games for the rest of his life. There's a law,
but there might even be a loophole too because he broke the law.
There's a law that you can't go streaking in an NFL game, but is there? I think what Kev is saying is that there's no law that says that I can't place a bet that something stupid's going to happen, and then go do that stupid thing.
Yeah, I mean, I might have to do some research. This is kind of intriguing.
Let's all do some research and meet back up in a week.
I do believe that guy's going to get in some serious trouble. That's me. I don't know for sure.
All right.
But
So that was last good news stories. I got one.
Oh, you have one too, Kev?
Yes.
Go do it now then.
Did you hear about the kidnapping?
This sounds like great news, Kev.
Did you hear about it or not?
No, I didn't hear about the kidnapping.
He woke up.
Jesus.
I'm gonna put it in my butt and twist it.
All right, so my first
Got him.
got him.
I thought you were gonna have this like fun story. Like, did you see that mom that tackled the shit out of that peeping Tom that was running from the
That
cops?
would have
did
been
see
great,
that.
but
I didn't
go there.
see it. I
thought
heard
you were gonna
about
have
it.
a fun story like that.
Yeah, I didn't go there. Definitely didn't.
My God. All right, so a story I saw that was was pretty interesting to me. A hacker gained entry to the system controlling the water treatment plant of a Florida city of 15,000 people and tried to taint the water supply with a caustic chemical, exposing a danger cybersecurity experts say has grown as systems become both more computerized and accessible via the internet. The hacker who breached the system at the city of Oldsmar's water treatment plant on Friday, this was the beginning of February, using a remote access program shared by plant workers, briefly increased the amount of sodium hydroxide by a factor of 100 parts per million to 11,000, or I don't know, whatever. He fucking
He did
increased
something.
He increased the amount of this chemical that gets put into the water. Basically, I don't know if people would die necessarily, but they're saying that it would basically give people like rash burns and like all kinds of
It said it would have killed people.
It would have killed people.
Yes,
Okay.
it would have killed a lot of people, they said.
Shit is fucking
How
crazy.
did they catch him?
Fortunately, a supervisor saw the chemical being tampered with as a mouse controlled by the intruder moved across the screen, changing settings, and was able to intervene and immediately reverse it. So basically, supervisor of the plant
Was actually doing his job.
this guy was like fucking remote accessing in, and like you could literally see the mouse moving on the screen.
And it's creepy. I've had people do that fixing things on a computer before. So
Yep,
it's very
yep.
obvious when someone's doing that.
That's how they
But
caught him.
That's amazing.
Well, at least that's how they stopped
Yeah.
the attack from happening.
I may have missed it when you were talking about it. Did they say the population that this water supplied to people to?
15,000 people.
15,000.
Yeah. Can you
Damn.
imagine that?
Why did he want to do it? Is there any
Because
any
people are
motive?
sick.
People are sick. Yeah, I don't know if it gave a reason.
Stupid.
The next story is free Britney, bitch.
Yeah, what's going on with this? I
It's
just heard
Britney, bitch.
an apology from Justin Timberlake about
Yeah.
all of this.
Oh, and people are still bitching. Like, you wanted him to apologize, and now he's apologizing, and now you're like, it's too late. And it's like, you can't have it both ways.
Pause. Let's explain what's happening so that they know what's happening.
All right.
So there was it was like an hour-long documentary
Yes.
on we watched it on
Hulu.
Hulu, but it I believe aired on FX, and it was called Unmasking Britney. Is that what it was? Britney Unmasked or something?
Framing Britney.
Framing Britney, that's what it was. And it was basically all about just like how the media handled her celebrity back when she was like, you know, hit me baby one more time on TRL all the time, and like how it kind of drove her insane with the paparazzi and this and that, and how eventually she was in a child custody battle with her first husband, Kevin Federline, and she kind of went off the deep end during that time. And her dad, let me see. It has been 13 years since Britney Spears, now 39, was placed under a legal conservatorship that removed her control over her own finances, career, and well-being. So basically, once she was checked into kind of like a mental hospital, her dad, Jamie Spears, did something called a conservatorship, which basically gives him 100% control of her money, her time,
her whole fucking life,
her entire career, everything. And this is something that is common, but it's more for elderly people.
People who might have like Alzheimer's,
cognitive impairment, like people
can't
who
make
can't
their own decisions.
Exactly.
Correct. So like he took advantage of a vulnerable moment in her life and basically got control of her entire career. So like she's been in Vegas, I guess, on and off for the past couple years, doing residencies out there. These are all things, anything that's happened to her since like she kind of disappeared are things orchestrated by her dad and not by her.
And the thing about her dad is he wasn't in the picture.
Right. He was like an alcoholic and like kind of just, well, at least that's the way that this thing painted him.
This thing painted him as an alcoholic. He was never involved really in her life. There was a neighbor that was taking her to auditions because she has a younger sister that her parents stayed home to provide for. So a neighbor would take Britney on these auditions and stuff. And then she like made it big, and then she had her breakdown, and then her dad comes sweeping in like some fucking fake savior
and basically
takes control of everything.
Him and like this other attorney, they like took control of her career.
Yeah.
And her life.
Oh, she has to do everything they say.
And you should.
And
can't fight
don't they
it.
think that she's like being held like almost captive, basically? Like people are telling her like blink 3 times if you're in trouble.
Right.
Like, when
So-
she puts out these videos and shit like that.
The documentary goes into it a little bit more. There was like it's a podcast. These two ladies have a podcast together where they kind of analyze Britney Spears' Instagram posts.
Oh yeah.
And they started kind of picking
Piecing
up
it
what they
together.
thought was like hidden messages or like kind of subtle cries for help. In other words,
Like the clothes that she wears and the colors and her sign, like her hand language.
yes, and like the captions that she put down and stuff,
Yeah.
and like they kind of started analyzing it, and it went viral essentially, and people kind of started asking questions.
That's why
because
the hashtag Free Britney exists.
came out, and like there's a large group of people that are like campaigning for this to end. Now, Britney Spears has never publicly come out and said, "I want this conservatorship to be over." Because she's not allowed to, essentially. Like they control who visits her. They control who she visits, where she goes. She always has a security detail / people that are like monitoring her and her behavior. People that control her social media. Once like this podcast became popular, she disappeared from Instagram for a little while. Remember they said?
Yeah.
So it's like. They're monitoring the situation. You asked what was going on with Justin Timberlake. This documentary kind of, for people who weren't following it already and people who weren't aware of the situation, it public outcry of sympathy for Britney Spears and kind of the way that the media treated her. And
the media
that we
was
didn't even
the
realize
worst.
it. Like I didn't realize that how unfairly she was kind of being treated during that time and the way that things kind of shook out. And the Justin Timberlake thing is because there was obviously extra marital shit going on in some direction.
They dated
or
and
another.
broke up.
And it was very public, and it kind of fueled.
They were literally Hollywood's it couple.
Right.
Well, she was telling everybody that she was a virgin and she was saving herself, and then he was going on talk shows and saying, he was getting in her pants. I also didn't know that Cry Me a River. I didn't know that he wrote that about her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was their breakup.
And that's what people are like, oh, he built his whole career off of their breakup. And I'm like, false. He was already famous. He was already very popular and famous. He already had a couple songs out at the time. He did this song with Timbaland, and yes, it blew up, but I think it was also around the controversy of everything. But tell me an artist that hasn't written a song about a fucking ex.
Oh, every country artist.
Taylor Swift would have no fucking career. Can we admit that?
Yeah, no shit.
Absolutely.
She would have no career if you weren't allowed to write songs about exes.
In a hearing Thursday in Los Angeles, Superior Court Judge Brenda Penny continued the arrangement but overruled her father's objections to a third-party Bessemer Trust having been established as co-conservative for a state. So basically, this is kind of leveling the playing field. Essentially, what happened now is that her dad still has control of her career, but it's split in two now with a bank that she is working with. So she has more of a say.
She had also had a lawyer, and he was like, she was perfectly of sound mind. He's like, all of my conversations with her, she seemed absolutely normal, nothing wrong, nothing glaringly wrong. And then when they showed up to court, they basically said that he couldn't represent her or something. Remember what that guy said? I can't remember exactly. It's just very shady shit. This kind of thing does not happen to people of sound mind. I think her dad saw an opportunity and took it and is now literally in control of everything in her life. And I think it's bullshit because we don't know what he's doing with her money. Right. He's not the one out there performing and being ridiculed by paparazzi.
Spears has never voiced in court or in social media or in the court of public opinion a desire for the conservatorship to be removed completely. Last year, her lawyer, Samuel D. Ingram III, stated in a filing that she, quote, strongly opposed her father as conservator and that she refused to perform if he were in charge of her career. While Jamie Spears was not removed as the conservator of the singer's estate, Penny agreed in November to allow a third-party Bessemer Trust to be added as co-conservator. So this is, it's I guess ongoing, but it's just such an interesting thing.
It's a small victory.
Because I had no idea that this stuff was even going on. My last story for the week, in celebration of Valentine's Day. This is in Nashville, North Carolina. A North Carolina sheriff's office is giving people a chance on Valentine's Day weekend to show their former lovers they're still wanted by turning them in if they have outstanding warrants.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you shitting me?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
The Nash County's...
What a PR stunt.
Right?
The Nash County Sheriff's Office is offering what it calls a, quote, Valentine's Day weekend special, which is described as a special too sweet to pass up. The offer posted on its Facebook page includes what the Sheriff's Office describes as a set of limited edition platinum bracelets, free transportation with a chauffeur, and a one-night minimum stay in one of our, quote, luxurious 5-star accommodations. It tops the offer with a special Valentine's dinner. Quote, operators are standing by.
I love that. I love when police departments, just do that kind of stupid stuff.
So good. I was like, wait, what are they talking about? It's so good.
That's just like the one police station, they were offering free test kits for heroin when all the bad heroin was going around.
Right.
Bring your heroin down, we'll test it and make sure it's not, poisonous.
Fucking idiots.
Right.
All right, let's do What's the Point.
What's the point? Is there a point to this? What is your point?
Are you just going to sit there and look stupid?
All right, I'll go first. So as we're sitting here recording, it is February the 12th. And I don't know, I rarely really look at my Facebook memories. Like they'll pop up and, if I'm interested in it, I'll check it out. But otherwise, I don't really go and out of my way to look for them anyway. But one popped up today and I looked at it. Let me see. You guys that are listening can't see, but you guys see this picture? You recognize it?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Throwback. This was the Might Be News Network, or Might Be News, not even Network, Might Be News Season 3 promo picture.
Yeah.
The post was from 2 years ago in 2018. It says, I've just been informed that between Season 2 and 3, we hit 1,000 plays. That's a major accomplishment for us, and I couldn't be more thankful to our listeners and my incredible co-hosts. Thank you all so much, blah, 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 blah. In 2018, we were celebrating our 1,000th play. And, yeah. I went just for fun to kind of look and see where we're at. today, and as of this morning when I looked, we were at 156,594 plays. So that's
so dope.
That's really, really something. And there's times when I get down about this. This has been a really hard year. Me and Jackie were just talking about it. It's been almost a year since I've had you guys over to record. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Almost a whole year.
Yeah.
And it's been really challenging, not just from like a audio quality or internet quality, whatever. But it's just been challenging to do this without actually being able to hang out with my friends. And it was an every Friday night thing for us. It was an every Sunday morning thing for Relatable. It was an every Tuesday night thing for sports and so on and so forth. And we had such a busy life with people coming into it,
rotating door,
in and out of it, and it was always exciting and it was always fun. And I can't wait to get.
I can't believe my point is has everything to do with your point.
Wow, it is. It's the same thing.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well.
Not the plays thing, but
just how crazy it's been. Like we haven't seen each other in like a fucking year.
Yeah. It's nuts.
But this was a really great reminder to me that jump. It's a really great reminder to me that we have built something special together, and that people enjoy it. And regardless of whether or not they tell me that they enjoy it, which doesn't really happen all that much, they're never telling me that they don't enjoy it. So that's a good thing. And the plays keep going and the plays keep going. I mean, I was thinking about it today, and it's like, once I saw this, and it's like, damn, we were celebrating 1,000 plays over the course of 2 seasons. That was probably 40 plus episodes. Probably. Because that was when we were doing like 20 episodes a season, whatever. That was so 1,000 plays over that.
Yeah.
We get 1,000 plays over 3 or 4 episodes now.
Yeah. It's huge.
Which is really fucking cool. So
that's awesome.
Hats off to everybody involved.
The network.
Everybody that records, everybody that listens, everybody that's a part of it, all of our Patreon people. That's my point. Kev, since you had something similar, do you want to just add on to it?
Yeah, so my similar thing is just, me and Amy sat down tonight and we were reflecting. And just looking back of how crazy the last year has actually been. It's nuts to think about that we've been in this coronavirus situation for almost a year now. I think March 12th that
March
everything 13th. Got shut down.
March 13th and March 14th is when the shit hit the fan.
It was Friday the 13th.
That's right.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was thinking about it the other day too, Kev, because I still see people, walking through grocery stores and going into Wawa and they don't have their face mask or it's below their nose. And I'm thinking to myself, we've been doing this for a fucking year now. You still don't know how to wear a face mask?
Right.
Well, and not only that, the face mask wasn't even mandated right away. Like, they didn't even ask for that, remember? Like, how long did we go before we actually were told and recommended to wear face masks?
It went from no masks to 2 masks in a year.
Well, dude, but that's the thing, because I remember getting a text message from Danny being like, all right, shit's going to get locked down. You need to go out to the grocery store. You need to get your shit together, and you need to fucking get what you need.
Yep.
And I went out, and I remember standing out there in the giant grocery store and being like, standing like shoulder to shoulder with people, not wearing a face mask, fucking everybody freaking out. Like when shit really hit, and I was just like, just looking back on it now is absolutely nuts.
Yeah,
it is so crazy. And not only that, like don't get me wrong here. A lot of people lost their lives during coronavirus, and it's a hard thing to go through for anybody. It's a hard thing to go through for anybody. And a lot of people died, and it sucks. It really sucks. But me and my immediate family who live in my house, coronavirus is the best thing that happened to me ever. Like, ever.
I 100% agree to this immensely.
Dude,
yep.
Coronavirus is the best. Dude, I got furloughed from my job. I got the chance to learn a little bit, and I got a new job where I am in a great place, and it's just like refreshing almost. But I don't know. My point was reflecting.
I completely agree to this. It's something that Allison and I talked about a lot over the summer, getting put into lockdown. I live in a small little court with some very close neighbors. And over the summertime, we were locked down with them. We had nobody but each other. And the relationships that we grew with our neighbors, Kev, you're a dad. As parents, we always wish we had this uninterrupted time with our kids. The stuff we didn't have when we were working, the hustle and bustle, going to and from work and school activities. We always wanted that extra time. And we finally got that. And that completely opened my eyes. And it made me become, a better father, a better parent, a better friend, and a better neighbor. And, it's something that, I thank the lockdown for, because, it really opened my eyes to what's important in this life. And it's opened my eyes so much that I'm currently searching for another job, because my job is talking about going back to rotating hours. Okay. The 2 to 10 shift and the midnight shift. And, my kids are starting to come into their prime where they're going to get really busy with sports and school activities. And I don't want to be that dad that's stuck at work till 10 o'clock at night while they're at a football game or at baseball practice and that type of stuff.
Right. Dude, that's, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that things are going well for you guys. Meanwhile, over here, things have never been worse.
Jackie, oh my God.
Jackie and I are falling apart. I mansplain things all the time.
Yeah, I yelled at him the other day. He's like, "Are you mansplaining something to me right now?"
The other day, I farted so loud it scared her.
Yeah, I want to know what mansplaining is.
It's explaining anything.
It's when a man explains something to a woman thinking she doesn't know what it is.
Like what?
I can't remember. What were we talking about?
I think I was just trying to be nice and help you.
No, but what was it?
I don't even remember. I
honestly can't remember.
I think I was coexplaining how to cook something or something. I was like,
and I was like, "Do you really think I don't know how to do that?"
You have to turn the oven on first, and then just do this, and then that.
It was something really fucking basic. And I was like, "Did you just mansplain to me how to cook that?"
Things have never been worse.
Just because I don't prefer to cook doesn't mean I can't cook. I've made some pretty tasty dishes in my day. And got really creative with some stuff.
Terrible twos. Never been worse.
I'm telling you though, I'm over here probably less than. Oh no, you guys moved. I was going to say less than 3 miles away from you. Yeah. I've been doing some of the best eating of my life.
Wow.
Of my life, dude. My wife can cook an incredible meal, dude. There's this. Do you know what pasta carbonara is?
Yeah.
Yes.
The pasta with bacon in it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
The pasta with bacon in it?
Let me tell you. That is that's the shit.
Kev, what's your point? Oh, you already did your point.
I did my point, dickhead.
Danny, what's your point?
What's your point?
All right. My point. I want to talk about something that I tried to do a couple weeks ago, and I failed miserably. I tried to quit vaping.
Oh.
And failed miserably. So let's go back. I started smoking back when I was 15, 16 years old when I joined the firehouse. And a bunch of years ago, I used the vapes that are out now to help me quit smoking. I started with a regular vape. That helped me get away from the cigarettes. I then went to a Juul to get rid of the regular vape, and now I'm on the Alto. And I decided it was time to give it up. I was using it too much. I was basically dependent on it. I always had it on me. I'm always checking my pockets to see if it's there. You guys know. You guys know what I'm talking
I'm
about.
pointing to Taylor everything. You're literally checking if there's check marks to be made, just check them all off for Taylor. He sleeps with it around his neck and wakes up in the middle of the night and takes a few puffs of it. And
I wear it around my neck
all the time.
I get compliments on it all the
They're
time.
like, what is that? And I'm like, it's his jewelry.
So,
This is jewelry.
I noticed that it was becoming a huge problem for me. So I tried to quit. So this would have been, my first time going completely nicotine free since I was 15. Holy fuck.
How long did you last?
I actually lasted a week and 2 days.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
It completely destroyed me.
I'm not surprised. These things take time. Oh.
Not even joking. For like the entire week, Allison would look at me and be like, "What is wrong with you?" I was depressed. I was angry. I wasn't interested in anything or anyone. Like, I'm the type of guy that I walk past my wife and I'll slap her on the ass. I didn't do that the entire week.
Wow.
How dare you? Get in there and slap that ass, It
mentally fucked me up. So my point is, if anybody out there is thinking about starting any of this shit, even smoking for the first time, don't fucking do it. It sucks.
Don't be stupid.
I've always told Taylor, just you're so used to smoking cigarettes, you need to start slowly weaning yourself off. I think some people are very successful when they go cold turkey, right? I've had family members, like my mom, one of my brothers, I think my dad eventually, like Maggie, they all were able to quit cold turkey. My brother Tom struggled. What finally did it for him, though, was when he had put a pack of cigarettes down and his daughter crawled over and grabbed them, and he was like, "This isn't worth it. I need to quit for my kids, for me." So he quit smoking. But there's times where he's just like, "My God, that cigarette smells delicious." It's still in him. He could very easily pick that habit back up.
Oh, absolutely. I could pick up smoking in a heartbeat if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed smoking.
I want to smoke a cigarette right now. The longer we talk about it, I want to smoke a cigarette. Oh, my God.
I catch him with cigarettes in his mouth at work sometimes. I'm like, what is that?
I smoke cigarettes at work.
I think that the vape is 10 times harder to quit than smoking cigarettes.
So, I've known Taylor forever it feels like, and you have always smoked.
Always.
Yes. It would always be, "Yo, let's go roll in the Delta and smoke a couple ciggies."
Let's smoke a couple ciggies, Kev. You trying to go smoke a cig, Kev? Kev,
I don't think I've ever known you not to smoke.
No, you haven't. I guarantee you haven't.
Yeah.
You should probably try that.
It sucks.
So
it ruined me as a person.
I vape 100% of the time that I'm at home.
Hard. He vapes hard.
I take a couple breaths in between hits. But I'm on the, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the subscription plan. I get the shit sent to me.
He does. He's every 2 weeks. And there's times.
Are you saving money doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
It is cheaper.
Except for when he's like, "Oh, my package hasn't arrived yet. I have to go to Wawa."
Yeah. There are times where I run out and I need to.
How many pods do you go through a day?
A day?
Yeah.
Oh, for the Alto, one. I'm like a pod a day. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if it was the Juul, I used to go through about two to 3 and a half Juul pods a day.
Yeah. Yep. The Juul was trash.
Yeah.
And I never got into I tried really hard to get into the big what do you call them? The mods, the big vapes that And it was just like, it just wasn't the same to me. The Views Alto I really like. They don't pay us, but I was able to really kind of more or less quit smoking cigarettes. I smoke cigarettes at work, but like I would say, I mean, I bum them from people. I would say probably I smoke maybe a pack a week, maybe.
What the fuck?
See, it's never been worse.
Oh.
It's never been worse ever. I'm falling apart.
Guys, I don't like if you're not a smoker and you kiss somebody smoking a cigarette, it's pretty fucking gross. Mm-hmm. Okay? Yeah. I've never
gotta agree.
been addicted to cigarettes, right?
Good
I've tried cigarettes when I was like a teenager, right? And it just never caught on with me.
She doesn't even like kissing me anymore, so.
Nope. I'm like, do you have a cigarette? Do you have a cigarette? But it's so much different when you vape. That taste isn't lingering. It's not on your tongue. It's not on your breath.
I agree. You get it all weekend.
Agree?
You get it all weekend. You get the good kisses.
I
all
want
weekend.
good kisses 24/7.
This episode, "The Downfall of the Coopers."
Yeah.
It's never been worse. Jack,
it's always been this way.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
I'm almost terrified to ask Jackie what her point is. Jackie,
my
what's your
point is about
my husband sucks.
behind my back. No. So Taylor did this really nice thing back around my birthday, and he had booked me a massage, and he had also decided to reenact monthly massages, right? And which is all great. It's a really great whatever, I didn't ask for that, but that was part of his gift to me. He paid
Hold on. What's monthly massages?
You have money withdrawn from your bank account, and you book a massage, and then you go book an hour-long massage at a place. I'm trying not to say the name, probably for illegal reasons. They're local. That's all I'm gonna say. So I had put my account on freeze. I had an issue back in November. Like, it's the holidays are coming up, but we're also still in a pandemic. I tried to put it on a freeze so I wouldn't have to pay for a little while so I could get a few extra Christmas gifts, whatever. So they'll freeze your account for I think it's 2 or 3 months. So sometime this month, they're going to start charging my card. So I emailed them this morning and I said, I would like to cancel my membership. And they won't do it. They will not allow me to cancel my membership because I'm still within my year contract. Now, I said, well, they gave me two options. A doctor's note stating that I am no longer eligible for massages, or I have to show ID proof that I moved to a location that does not have one of their facilities within a 25-mile radius.
What?
I think this is fucking bullshit.
So do I, and that's why I'm going to say their fucking name. Massage Envy, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Corporate people, listen, I called this place today to raise fucking hell. And once I realized that it wasn't the person working behind the desks fucking, that's not their policy, it's the corporate policy. Yeah. That's fine. The people that work at Massage Envy and Exton, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at your bosses. They can all fucking go fuck themselves.
Because my point to them was so a financial situation can't change that? What if I lost my job?
So now I have to waste our fucking doctor's time writing a fucking doctor's note for a place just to cancel our shit.
Right.
Even if I wanted to cancel our cell phones, I would pay a early termination fee. This place doesn't even offer that. Literally, go fuck yourselves. Yeah. And if they try to give us an early termination fee after we get a doctor's note, I'll fucking place down.
Because they never, don't say that. they would have had to state that. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
I don't even know.
You should probably edit that.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Cut that part out.
So my point.
You hear that, Massage Envy? You hear that?
Stop it. Stop hitting that button tonight. You stop it. You stop it right now.
I'm gonna go in there with air horns, Massage Envy.
You're backing my point.
The downfall of the Coopers continues.
It's never been worse. It's never
been worse. No.
Taylor's in jail.
So I had
to money because the massage place took it all.
Well, my thing is like
next week?
We just went through all this stuff. Like, I'm working so hard to get us debt free. My car is paid off. My credit card is paid off. Taylor's credit card is almost paid off.
So Taylor, tell me, when you got this massage, whatever, when you got this for her, did you sign anything?
No, I did it all over the phone.
You didn't sign a thing.
Nothing.
They can't hold you to that.
I see.
They go fuck themselves.
See, now what I can't remember is if they made me sign when I went in. I can't, because it was back in September.
In either fucking way, we don't want the service anymore.
Well, right.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening was for me to put the account on freeze, they were like, you can't use any of the services while it's on a freeze. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay. But the problem is that his card had been charged, and I tried to booked an appointment when I was there, right? I was like, let me book another appointment while I'm here. And then I said, I also want to put my account on freeze. Why didn't they tell me at that time that I couldn't do that I needed to go in, get my massage, and then put the account on freeze? So the girl called me one night at home, and I got livid. It's like, people, don't piss me off, okay? I'm not nice on the phone. So she's basically like, well, you can't come in for your appointment. I'm like, you've already taken my money. What do you mean I can't come in for my appointment?
Yeah, the place is trash. Like, the place is trash.
What ended up happening was she was like, well, let me have my manager contact you tomorrow to talk about it. I said, that's fine. So the manager ends up calling me while I was at work. And it was like a Friday because I had booked my appointment for Saturday. And she said, well, here's what we can do. We'll unfreeze your account so you can come in for your massage, and then we'll put it back on a freeze. Okay, great. Why couldn't the bitch tell me that on the phone the night before instead of getting my fucking blood pressure through the roof? Like, you've already taken my money. You have to allow me to use the service. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If I've paid for it.
Legal advice by Kev. All right.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, all right. Give it to me.
So how many months do you have left?
Until September.
September.
How many months is that?
I don't know. We're in February. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 7 months.
How much are the massages?
Like 65. It's like $65 a month.
Look at, if you didn't sign anything, Jackie, you got to try to remember if you signed anything. Taylor
5
doesn't
months
remember,
ago.
or do you remember if it was a verbal contract?
No. Okay. Finish this up real quick.
So,
because I'm getting fucking frustrated.
It's almost worth the money to dish out the $200 or whatever it would cost to contact a lawyer to send a certified letter saying, if you don't allow us out of this contract because there's no confirmation that you guys agreed on something with no signature or anything, pay the $200 to have a lawyer send something to say that you guys are going to sue, to scare them out of whatever they have going on, to let you out of this contract, to...
Well, I called the doctor's office and I spoke to the lady and I said, listen, I need the doctor's help getting out of a contract. I need him to basically give me a note telling them I'm no longer eligible to receive massages. And she's like, well, does it need to state the reason? I said, no, because in my opinion, it's none of their fucking business.
Yeah.
HIPAA. Like HIPAA. So the fact that they're even demanding a doctor's note to be able to get out of this, to me, is bullshit, because I was like, we're still in a pandemic. Like, people lose jobs. They're losing income. Like, all these things are fucking happening. Are you really going to hold people to a contract that they can't pay for? Even if I can pay for it. My point is I should be able to terminate it because it's my fucking money.
Straight the fuck up.
So,
all right, let's move on.
We're moving on.
Late review time.
I know it's a little late, but
You're just hearing about this?
I can't believe I'm just hearing. Why didn't I know about this sooner?
Jackie, what's your review? And please don't tell me it's Massage Envy's customer service.
0 stars. The movie I'm going to do, because we just recently watched it, is Up.
Yes.
It's a Pixar movie. Disney
Great
Pixar.
movie.
This is my first time seeing it.
Really?
Taylor had never
Yeah.
seen it.
I had never seen it.
So
dude.
I
Great
decided.
movie.
So, Christopher Plummer died recently, and rest in peace. He's a fucking legend, and he's in the movie. He voices a character in the movie. So we decided to watch it, and it seriously like makes me. I get emotional watching it. I laugh out loud watching it. It's just such a fucking good movie. 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's an instant classic.
How do you not?
Yeah, I was crying.
We were giving it 10 out of 10 too.
Yeah, good.
Instant classic.
Tens all around.
Yeah, I'd give it an instant classic. It was
It's
really
just
good.
so good.
It's really good.
My turn. I'm going quick.
Kev,
All
go
right.
do it. Do it.
Put your finger on the button.
Okay.
Big Bang Theory. 10
Gross.
out of 10. Yo,
Put in my
that
butt and
show
twist it.
is so dope. I've always loved it, but then I realized that it came on to HBO Max, and me and Amy have been binging it, and it is fantastic. All the fucking characters, dude. Sheldon
I thought you said you were going to be quick.
of his mind, absolutely fantastic show. 10 out of 10, instant classic. It will. What?
I love you, Kev. I'm glad you like the show.
I can't do the show. I can't do it.
Have you tried to watch Big Bang Theory?
Danny,
Yeah,
you're
can't
not
do
a,
it.
you're not a
I can't do it either. Oh my
No.
I think it's hysterical that Kev loves that
a good
show.
night.
Kev,
and
do you
everyone
like
else hates
Kev, do you
it.
like Young Sheldon?
I've never seen it.
No.
Never
The
seen
kid-
it,
the
but
kid
Big Bang
seems-
Theory's my shit.
How many is Big Bang Theory over now though? Like, did it?
No.
It ended,
I
right?
don't watch the new.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe that they may be filming their last season or something like
they're
that.
either filming it. Because I know a lot of people that like it, Kev. I'm just giving you a
Yeah.
hard time because
How
it
many
sucks.
episodes or how many seasons are in Big?
So professional. Maybe
Motherfucker,
type that next
just
time.
Type
Kev.
it next time.
It says episodes. There's 279 episodes. How many is that?
That's a lot. That's way too many.
How many seasons are in?
No, there's like 11 or 12 seasons.
Yeah, I think so.
Ready? 12.
12 seasons.
You know how
12
you know?
seasons.
You go to IMDb and it tells you 12 seasons.
All right, I just had to get you on it with your fucking IMDb doing work. Like, come on.
Y'all
Fucking
need to
tag
get
teaming this
on
shit.
the
No,
ball with
that-
IMDb.
Danny,
What's
what?
that, what you're saying? For a show to be considered, I can't even talk. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
we
drink.
He's all
How many
worked
drinks
up.
in?
He's all worked
But-
up.
To be considered a good show, it's got to be at least 8 seasons because The Office was on that same scale. Big Bang Theory is 12 seasons. Good show, dude. We got to wrap this up.
Well, we
It-
can't
it's
wrap it
a-
up until we
It's
finish.
about
So,
about
Quick, Kev.
4 seasons too long then.
Danny, what's your review?
All right, so I'm a little late to the show on this one, but I saw that it was on Netflix. Being born in the 80s and growing up in the 90s, I thought I had to watch this. I just finished The Last Dance, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Oh,
one.
yes,
You watched
yes,
it?
yes.
Oh,
I'm kind of really upset that I did not follow basketball as much as I do now back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because watching that documentary and seeing the 93 team, the 98 team, and seeing how dominant and how good they were, and it really opened my eyes to the type of person that Michael Jordan really is.
Yeah.
He was an asshole.
Yeah, he was.
He was a straight up, and it makes
He
me
was
respect him
so
much
good.
more.
Such
the
a
way he could transform his body and his mind.
Yeah.
The one thing that stands out to me was it was a playoff series, and they lost the first game of the series, and a rookie on the team had a big game,
Yes.
and he made up this thing in his head that the rookie came up to him after the game and exchanged a few words with him.
Yeah.
And he then used that to fuel the competitor in him to just come out and completely dominate and destroy that team.
You just like embarrassed that kid too. Like the
Yeah.
next game, like my favorite part of that whole thing was like how they kept like talking shit on each other, but like in different interviews, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
it would show the producer showing them like an iPad, like this is what Isaiah Thomas
This
said
is
about it.
this is what Isaiah. This is what
So-and-so
John did.
said. And like you would just see Michael Jordan, and like at one point he was like, "I took it personal," and then he scored like,
Yeah.
you know,
life.
70 points in the next game or whatever, and it's just crazy. Yeah, it was a really good documentary.
It was really interesting to watch that, and to see everything he went through. And like I said, it really made me upset that I didn't pay that much attention to that back in the 90s. But it also really opened my eyes that we're literally watching that same exact thing happen right now with Tom Brady.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
There'll be a documentary like this on him one day.
Absolutely.
He's such a goofy dude, though.
I agree.
Yo, him being tore off on avocado tequila is my favorite ever.
Yeah,
and I
funny.
love him so much more for that video.
It's funny.
Dude, not even that, dude. His mannerisms, he is the weirdest dude. Like,
is weird.
Weird.
Because he's a fucking goat. That's why, Kev. He's a goat.
Dude,
He's a goat amongst men.
weird. He's
all right, that's my.
He's a
I
goat.
give it a 10
He's
out
a
of 10.
goat
10 out
for
of 10.
football.
Yeah, if you grew up in the 90s, if Michael Jordan, was the idol back, watch it. Great documentary.
Yeah, it's a must-see
But you're
thing.
right, Danny. I wish the same thing. Like, I mean, I knew who Michael Jordan was. He's pretty much the only basketball player I knew as a kid.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I just wish I knew more about it back then.
Wished we paid more attention to it when it was happening.
Yeah.
we were kids.
So my review this week, to wrap things up here, a brand new movie on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Judas and the Black Messiah, starring Daniel Kaluuya, Lakeith Stanfield, and Dominique Fishback. It's about the assassination of Fred Hampton, a Black Panther member leader in Chicago.
He was the chairman back in the 60s.
In Chicago, yep. And just really good movie. And like we were watching it, and we talked about it during the movie a little bit, and we'll talk about it more, I'm sure. But like they didn't teach us the shit in high school. Like I didn't know who Fred Hampton was. I don't know much about the Black Panther Party, certainly compared to what I should know about the Black Panther Party, and what they did for their neighborhoods, for the benefits of having them around, what their purpose was, what their mission was, and the fight that they were fighting. Really great performances all around. I was very hyped to see this movie for a while. It's part of this HBO Max stuff that they're putting movies out on the theaters in the same day.
Yeah.
It's one of those, so it's only on there for a limited time, but I'm going to watch it a couple more times for sure. I thought it was really, really good. It made me want to learn more about Fred Hampton. It made me want to learn more about everything involved with it. It's called Judas and the Black Messiah because it's basically about a rat that kind of infiltrated the Black Panther Party and was feeding information to the feds the entire time. And it's not a spoiler. This is a historical movie. It leads to Fred Hampton being assassinated in an overnight raid eventually in 1969.
As he slept, by the way.
As he was
sleeping when they killed him.
Yeah, it was a really, really good movie. I really highly recommend it to everybody. I just saw it, but I'm going to give it an instant classic. I'm going to give it an instant classic because I want to watch it again. I want to learn more about it. It's really, really good stuff. Anybody else have
4 instant classics?
4 instant classics. It's been a while since we've been together, so it's been a good night. Anything else you guys want to add before we get out of here?
Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to put it in my butt and twist it.
All right, guys. Excellent job this week. Kev, say peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out, Danny.
Peace out.
Bye, Summer.
Bye, Summer.
Peace out, Jackie.
Bye.
Everybody go to eunomiacbd.com. Use promo code MBN. Get 20% off, free shipping, and a free gift. Also, make sure you go to mbnnetwork.com. It's never been easier for you to find your new favorite podcast. Go and subscribe on Patreon as well. If you are a fan of the network, if you want to support us, this is the best way to do it. Go to patreon.com/MBN Network or find the Patreon link on our website. $5 a month, guys. You get an exclusive episode every week. You get early access to some episodes. Also, you get entered into our monthly giveaway.
We are back to doing the monthly giveaway.
Back at it completely with Patreon, and we have a lot of things brewing with Patreon, so go there, check it out, patreon.com/MBN Network. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody. Have a great week. Make sure you check out Sports on Wednesday and Tunes on Friday. We'll We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.